Hey there, everybody. Sorry about that. I had to reboot my phone. When you get a phone call, it ruins it. I answered it, and that's what made me go offline, so I'm so sorry. Hopefully y'all come back on. If you don't and you're watching the replay, I appreciate you for being here. I am doing the squirrel on the acorn, so hopefully you'll come back, but I understand if you don't. Hey, Miss Jackie, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry I had to go off and then come back on again. I know better than to answer the phone, and I did it anyway. It just seemed like it was going to work. And it just didn't. So, I'm doing a little bit of black where the white is, because that's just the things I know. My goodness. Hey, Miss Mildred, it's good to see you. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Diana. Sorry about that. I did not mean to do that. And then I couldn't get back on. It just kept going and going. It's ridiculous. No, you weren't the only one. I'm so sorry. It was my fault. Yeah, Marie called, and she didn't listen to her voicemail because I told her I was going to be on live and that I would call her when I was done. But I thought I could answer it, but it just won't let you. Hey, Celeste. Hey, Miss Sandy. Hey, Miss Patty again. Thank you so much for coming back. I'm so sorry, y'all. All right, so let me see. I really want a crappy brush, but I don't know if this one's too big. What I'm going to do is kind of, I want it to be a little bit, there we go. The little things in his, there, where his whiskers go. There, like that. And so I was trying to do that with that. Alright, but you have to have a smaller brush to do the little brush strokes for his whiskers. But we're going to go ahead and do a different color brown. And I'm going to use this brown right here, and we're just going to see if that's going to be dark enough. It is darker. So let me just see here. We're going to try to tone this down a little bit. See how it makes it a little bit better right there, so you can see it a lot better. Oh my goodness, in Ireland it's that late, huh? I'm glad you caught me, but girl, aren't you tired? It's after midnight. Gosh. I sure understand if you gotta go, girl. I'm glad you caught me. He's trying to fix the door. We had to unhinge it to get the island out, put it out in the garage. So it's just been a hot mess all around here. Hey, Miss Janice, good to see you. Now, I'm just gonna kind of do a little bit of darker in here. See how you can see it a little bit better right here when you do a little bit. And I'm gonna also get the darker color too than this one. But we're just gonna kind of feather this in here a little bit with this dark, and then we'll go with a little bit darker. Hey, Miss Beverly, how are you doing? So good to see y'all. I'm sorry I had to go off and come back on. I put on there take 2. I couldn't get it to do, so I had to reboot my whole phone. Crazy. Thing doesn't want to work half the time. No telling. His personality's coming alive. I hope so. We're trying. Let me see here. We want it a little bit dark. Right at his eyeball. And right around in here. And I'm just kind of doing Because I don't even know, I can't remember what he kind of looks like. I don't know. I forgot. Alright. Now, I'm going to try to go a little bit like this. So it looks like fur. Fur's the word I was looking for. Not feathers. What is my problem? There. See? It looks kind of funny around his eye because I don't have his black eye on there, but we're going to get it in a little bit. Take a little bit of paint off. And I want this. What I'm trying to do is make feathery look right there. If you have like a crappy brush, it'll do it for you and you don't have to worry about trying to use a smaller brush to do each little thing. So it's coming a little bit at a time, right? We want it to blend a little bit. You get a little bit of water too. That kind of helps to blend it. Bentley's just got to have his nose in everything. Alright, see how that is? Kind of blended in there. Hey, Melissa Dickerson, how are you doing? I'm glad you're good, Miss Beverly. Alright. So let's see here. We're going to go a little bit more around this way. I don't know what he's barking at. It's no telling, nobody. And see, we want the dark to kind of blend. And keep these colors. We just put a little bit of extra in there. Just like that. Let me blend this just a little bit more right here. A little bit. Like that. There. I'm going to go a little bit more in here. Okay. Now, there we go. Now I'm going to get the darkest color, which is the brown. Wait a minute. Where is it? Burnt umber. Hey, Christy. Thank you for coming back. I just hate it when stuff happens. Alright, now this is the darkest. So I'm going to put a little bit right in here. And we're going to go right on the edge over here as well. See how it comes up a little bit better? Hey, Miss Vicky and Glenda, how are y'all doing? Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for the hearts. Hey, Miss Vicky again. I'm so sorry that I knocked y'all off. Or I knocked myself off and then I had to come back. So I'm just using a little bit of this. See how it's looking a little bit better there? The more that you get. Thank you, Miss Lucille, for coming back. I'm so sorry that it knocked everybody off. All right, we just want a little bit. Of this. It just defines it a little bit more. See how the ears are? Thank you, Miss Margaret. I'm sorry. All right, so we're going to get just a little bit in here. And I'm just going to kind of take this on the edge of the brush, and we're just going to go little strips right in here. Shut up, Bentley. You're so loud, dude. So loud. So loud. So there we go. So I'm trying to go right under his eye. He's got a little bit of white there. And we got to put that on. I'm going to do a little bit down here. So we want to make sure it looks more like fur. Just putting a little bit right in there. Because these are all kind of colors. So we'll just take it until we go down here to this end. We hadn't done his little feet yet, his little paws. Put a little bit right in there. A little bit right there. A little bit right there. Okay? So he's looking a little better. We got to put that eye on there. He's going to look really terrible, right? All right, and the little bit of white that's up underneath. Let me get some water on here because it's trying to dry out. There we go. We got to have nice, thin white, okay? And I got a boogie on there. There, I got it out. All right. So I'm going to go around his eye with the white. And then there's a line in between. Just like that. I'll show y'all. Let me finish this one little area. We just don't know how to push. Alright. So there is white right in here. I'm going to make it a little bit more bright. Tone that down just a little bit. Sometimes if it's too much, I don't want all that. Let's see. Put a little bit of white back in there so it looks a little better. There we go. Now I'm going to take black. Hey, Miss Pat, were you on a while ago? I don't know if you were there or not. Now I'm going around to do the eye because it is looking funny without the eye being done. So I'm going to do it. Hey, Shirley Hines, how are you doing? All right. Let me do this so I can show y'all the eye. Makes a world of difference. Now he's coming alive, right? Just came on a bit ago. Yeah, I was on and then I had to go off for a hot second. It did it. You were taking a nap? Well, that's good. Now I'm going to take a little bit of black and go right there. And right there, putting a little bit of these little freckle things on here. Alright, and what I'm going to do, I've got white that has to go on the outside too. Wish you'd taken one. Okay. Now, I don't remember what color his little feet are, so we're just going to make them brown. We'll do them the brown, the medium shade of brown. Just kind of make them look like little toes right here. I don't know. And fill them in. So I'm kind of filling them in right there, and then we got to do the black. So that'll make it look a lot better once I do that. Okay, now let me do this side. I'm going to get a little bit of dark. I'm probably doing too many toes. I don't have a clue. There. Now let me get the black. Now we got to do the nail. It's 6:34. Yes, it's 6:34 in Texas. Hey, Teresa Adams. All right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to do this, 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 this. You know, last year I did a lot of videos and things like that at the event, and I don't see anybody doing any of that. They're not taking any. We weren't showing anything. So I don't understand. Let me see if I can put this light color under here. Nobody's doing anything. Alright, I'm just doing this lighter color to try to show off the black, the toes, or whatever you want to call that. Let me do a little bit of fur right here. And do it right here. Stop it. God, you scare me every time, Bentley. He barks at nobody. An hour difference in Georgia. I like Georgia. I'll get just a few more little hairs right here. All right. Don't scare me again. You hear me? Turd. All right, now I need a little bit of white probably in here. Let's see. A little bit more right in here. It looks like fur. Just like that. There. Is he looking a little better? Hey there, Miss Janet. Lucy said you could buy tickets that could watch live so they did not show anything. Yeah, you could. But I mean, I wasn't doing it like in the event area. That's the thing. I don't know. Alright, let's see. Get the water off of there. You can't get water in it. I don't know. I guess they're not allowing them to do anything, but I did just a little bit. Because I wanted people to be able to see it, you know. I think I'm not going to do any on the other side until, and then I'm going to have to do black at the bottom or you're not going to be able to see it. Thank you, Miss Pat. It is coming along. They do have the tarp paper or whatever you call it on there, but they don't have the actual roofing on there yet. Which is going to be metal, by the way. We got metal roofing. I wasn't even thinking about metal. Mike's the one that suggested metal. It is more expensive, but it's worth it. It's lifetime guarantee. I'm not going to do this side until I get a color on there because, and do y'all think it should be more like an acorn? Isn't this like a brown? And this is kind of a stipply looking color. I don't know. I need the crappy brush. Let me see here. One of these is the crappy brush. Let me see what that does. Maybe. If we don't like it, we can always change it, right? And I'm going to let me do the top first. See, I'm wanting to just stipple this on here. That's the reason why I chose this particular color. Let me just see. Let's do this side, and if it's ugly, then we can do it something else. Is this new? I had to come back, Miss Connie, because I shut y'all off on accident when I answered the phone. So no, not new, just continue. And I'm not doing it exactly like an acorn. And then I'm going to take the darker brown. Let me see. Let me see if I can do this. There, does it look okay? Several must still think that you're off because you did. I'm sorry, Miss Connie. I hate that. All right, let me see if the other side will look good. We're just going to keep going. Yeah, I didn't mean to knock everybody off. You've just got to take a real bad brush. I call it the crappy brush. And do this stippling, because once you use your brush like this, kind of messes it up. I went too far, but let's see. I need some more of this. It looks kind of good that way, I think. Hey, Carol. Thank you for being here. Sorry I knocked y'all off earlier. Keep going past the point, don't I? Let's see. We're just going to do an acorn like I think it ought to be. Let me get some more of this dark. Maybe they'll come back on. See what we can do. It's looking pretty good. Hey, Miss Carrie Richardson, how are you doing? Long time no see, girl. Glad to see you on here. I had to go off and come back on. Looking good. I think it looks okay. We're gonna see, aren't we? Let's see. And see, once we get that dark on there, then you'll be able to see his whiskers. Boy, this takes a while, doesn't it? Gosh. Almost done, almost. Okay, now what color should this be? That kind of lighter color. It looks great. I'll put a little bit of white in there too when I get done, but I want to get all the browns. So I'm going to take this, maybe with a little bit of white. We're going to see if we can do a lighter color. I think I need a little more white. Let's see. I'm just kind of going to go see here. Come on, Tanya. See, kind of like that. We want a little bit of tone, but we don't want it to be just like the squirrel, or you won't be able to see the squirrel. There. How does that look? Doesn't look bad, does it? I hope not. Let me get some more white over here. A little bit of white, a little bit of brown. We're almost at the point. That looks good like that, I think. Let me turn it over here. We're just giving it kind of an up and down texture to the acorn. There. I'm going to put a little bit of white up here just to make it look a little different. Don't want too much. Let's see here. Now let me get just a little bit more brown, because I kind of got too much white in there. What I'll do is take a little bitty brush, and we're going to take a little bit of white and do it like this. That way you're going to be able to see them a little bit better. Thank you. You like it? If I put a little bit of white in there, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. So I'm just going to take it, and it's probably better if you wet this a little bit with a little bit of water and roll your brush around in it. It goes just a little bit better. We don't want too much, but we want to be able to see it a little bit better. Just like that. Okay. See how you can see it a little better? Let me do this side. And then you'll be able to see it a whole lot better. Just enough. Let me go on this side. To make him look a little better over here. And then we gotta put whiskers on him too. Alright, so now we got to get the whiskers. So we're going to put a little water on there and put it in the white, roll it around, and then we're going to do this. Got to be very gentle with your brush. Want it a little bit longer. Not much though. Let me do this. Get a little bit right there. So see his little whiskers? Now you can see him a lot better. Hey there, Miss Angela. How are you doing? Thank you for coming on. So let me put a little bit of white. Oh, look at that. I'm so bad. I'll be so glad to have my face back. All right. Let me put a little white in his feet. We're going to put it right around his little, whatever those are called, little toenails. And that way you can see it just a little bit better. All right. So now, let me get black. I got to get black for his nose. I almost forgot that. There we go. Now we just got to do the dot in his eye, right? Hey, Ann Gump, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Let me get one little thing of white. Ugh. It's a little too much. When you get a little bit too much water on there, golly, let me get a thing and pull it up. Yeah, it's okay. It turned out okay. And there he is. He turned out pretty cute, huh? Thank you, Miss Patty. Hopefully y'all like this. I got to do brown up here. I forgot. Let me see. Can I undo this? God, y'all usually tell me. I think it's brown at the top, right? Thank you, Nancy and Celeste and Miss Pat. God, let me get this off of it so I can do the very top. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Angela. You are so sweet. Thank you, Michelle. Or Marilyn. Is it Marilyn? Gosh. I can't get it off. Can't get the knot out. Let's see. Yay, here we go. Alright, now I can do it. So we're just going to do it the dark color at the very top. There we go. How about that? We could probably just dab under here, so we can look like the top here. Here we go. You saw it before we had a chance to let you know. Hey, Cindy Rayburn, thank you for coming on. So here's our finished raccoon. Not raccoon, squirrel. Squirrel. He looks cute. I bet you I really want to put a little bit of black. I'm going to take some water and some black. and do this. There we go. That way he looks like he's over that. Thank you, Miss Connie. Hey, Doris, how are you doing? Thank you so much. Let me just go on and go across here. Make it a little bit there. Here we go. Now he looks a little bit better, right? Thank you so much. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I will come on Thursday and we'll do another craft. I did paint something today. Miss Connie told me that she wanted me to paint this, so I did a bird today, this morning, anyway, and it's more like Christmas, so it's pretty. Thank you so much, Angela, for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Doris. Glad everybody was here to see it. And y'all have a good night. I'll come on at 6 o'clock on Thursday. And unless anything happens, I'll be here for sure. Thank you so much. And y'all have a good evening. And I'll see you Thursday, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.